Hare Krishna. So we welcome Sachinandan Prabhu, who is a old god brother of mine. We know each other for more than 12 years. And the reason we have Sachinandan Prabhu with us on the show today is that his son, Damodar, he's been studying in the Mayapur Gurukul for the past 6 years. So we'd like you to meet, and all the viewers also meet with Sachinandan Prabhu. And I know many of the parents, they're interested in sending their children to Gurukul and educating the children as the way Prabhupada wanted. So today we have an experienced Grihastha devotee who has gone through those steps, who has faced those obstacles or faced those doubts and was able to overcome them. And for 6 years his son is studying in the Gurukul. So we'll ask him a few questions and see if that will help you in lightening up and taking a decision to actually send your children to Gurukul. So Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Thank you
Hare
for-
Krishna everyone.
Thanks for sparing out some time.
Yeah, thank
And-
you. It's always a pleasure, Prabhu. Yeah.
So basically, what inspired you to put Damodar in the Gurukul?
Actually, to be very honest, the inspiration was not ours completely. We would not like to take the ownership of the inspiration. Like Guru Maharaj has always been mentioning that Srila Prabhupada wanted all the kids to study in the Gurukula system of education. So Guru Maharaj always stressed that our son Damodar should be studying in the Gurukul system of education. However, when we shifted to Mayapur, he was studying in the normal stream of education, and on just following instructions of our Guru Maharaj, we took this step of putting our son in the Gurukula.
Okay. So I'm sure there were some major concerns on the part of what will his future be, and
Yes.
as Gurukula is not giving a material degree or like a material education.
Yes.
So how did you feel about that, and how did you get over that?
For us as parents, me, my wife Shoradhani, Lalita, our daughter, it was we were just following the instructions of our spiritual master. So from our side, there was definitely no hesitation. There was no pondering over whether he gets a material education, whether he gets anything. So there was no doubt in our minds that this boy will definitely, since it has been ordered by our spiritual master, definitely this sort of education will be good for him. This was our firm faith and conviction. We had no doubts about it. However, as you are aware, we have a lot of relatives around who kept complaining and telling that you are spoiling your child's future. He is not going to get anything in return. He is not going to get a material degree, and by the time he is out of Gurukul, he may not be able to do anything in life. These are the very crucial period, and he should be studying a proper material education. And since I'm also a mechanical engineer, they said, how can you put your son into this sort of system? So we faced a lot of flack, a lot of criticism, not only from family members, even some close friends and relatives also misunderstood us when we decided to put our son in the Gurukula.
So talking with you seems that if we surrender to Guru, it becomes really easy actually.
Yes,
And the Guru takes all the responsibility.
yes,
Like Lord Krishna is also telling Arjuna that you fight, I take the responsibility.
yes,
So it becomes very easy on our part, yes. So here we can see that surrender makes our life really simple and easy.
simple.
So now that Damodar has been 6 years in the Gurukul and he's about to pass out maybe in 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
So what do you see as a future for him, or how would you expect him to be, or would you like him to choose his own future, or do you have some expectations from him?
Yes, what we have observed that over the period of he's now been 6 years in the Gurukula system, and we are very thankful to Guru Maharaj for encouraging us to put our child in the Gurukul, because if you see, Damodar had this orientation towards mridanga playing. He loves chanting mantra. He loves reciting these mantras so nicely. Now he is learning yajna. So he is doing something which is very close to his heart. Had I put him in a normal system of education, I'm pretty sure, maybe I would have, closeted this sort of things which are natural to him inside, which of course our Guru Maharaj was, he is Antaryami, so he knows exactly what is good for the child. So I really feel, he has come out with very strong character. He is trying to build a character because Gurukul education is all about building character. And we feel that the boy, if he has a very sound character, irrespective of his material education, he definitely can stand out and perform and do something. In case he chooses a Grihastha ashram also after this, he will never be less confident or anything. I'm pretty sure he will also be a very good Grihastha because he will have a very sound character, and he will definitely follow the scriptures because he's been reading the scriptures from a very early age, and he knows what is right, what is wrong, and definitely he will be able to stand up on his own feet. However, we would like our spiritual master, we would like him to complete his education and offer him to the lotus feet of our spiritual master, because the idea of this Gurukula system is Prabhupada wanted the preachers for the next generation of ISKCON. Prabhupada wanted the preachers to come out. So we sincerely pray and to the lotus feet of our Guru Maharaj, and we request him to accept Damodar after his education in Gurukula and engage him in some services for Srila Prabhupada.
That's a very nice desire from the side of parents. Generally we see parents, they object and they want the children to stay with them and be Grihastha, but in your case you're fully surrendered, and that's very nice. And Krishna will do the best, what is best for us and for him also, that's for sure. And before I go and meet Damodar, I'd like to ask you, do you have any message from your side that you would like to give to all the parents?
Yeah, I would request all the parents to try and educate your child in Gurukula. Because I feel most of the ISKCON devotees, the children of the ISKCON devotees, they were definitely devotees in past life. And if we give them material education and try to, make them engineers, doctors, or whatever, architects, and so many other fields now opening up for thing, I think very frankly, honestly, I feel that could be a gross injustice. Because these guys have been born into your devotee family, I really feel that you should come ahead and consult your own Guru Maharaj and try and put your children in this sort of system, because I feel they get a lot of freedom, they get a lot of, they have a lot of growth internally, externally. They grow very nicely, they become very wise, they come up of very good character. So a very small request, very humble request from my end, I would encourage people, particularly devotee community, to at least put one child, if they can spare one child, to Gurukula. And the Mayapur Gurukula, where my son is studying, is a very nice, perfect ambience, very nice atmosphere for the children to learn and grow, and they are the future preachers of ISKCON. So we all have a very heavy responsibilities on our shoulder, that we have to put at least one of our children in this sort of Gurukula system, so that we can all in turn serve Srila Prabhupada very nicely.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So now, with your permission, I'll go and meet Damodar also.
Yes.
And Damodar will explain his whole schedule and how Gurukul life is, so that all of you who are interested in sending your children to Gurukul can have a feel of what the Gurukul is. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Damodar.
Hare Krishna.
So the other day I was interviewing your friend, Devakinandan. Do you know him?
Yes, yes.
So when I asked him who's your best friend in the Gurukul, he said Damodar is. So I picked up the idea that if I have time, I can meet you also. So how long have you been studying in the Gurukul?
It's my 6th year. It will complete in September 9th.
And how old are you now?
I'm 16. I'll be turning 17 this year also.
So you joined the Gurukul when you were 10 years old.
Yeah.
And before that, where were you studying?
Before that, I was studying in the Sri Mayapur International School for about 4 years. And then I joined 2014 to Gurukul.
Gurukul. So, which school did you like better?
I enjoy Gurukul very much. There is a whole lot more things going on. There's festivals which we can be engaged in. Then there's many more varieties of stuff which you can learn here, like mantras, which I'm interested in. And
So, can you give a brief description of your daily schedule?
yeah.
What
So-
time do you wake up and how does your day start?
Yeah, we wake up 3:30, and we go for our japa class by 4. Then we have a 45 minutes japa class. Then we move on to our puja, which starts at 5 and till goes till 5:45. 6 o'clock, 5:45 to 6 o'clock we have our darshanarti, Guru Puja. Then at 6 o'clock we have assembly with all the boys in the school. And after the assembly everyone goes for morning service. We sweep the building, we sweep around everywhere, set up for breakfast, set up for lunch. And then there is the first class which starts at 6:35.
What is the
Which-
first class? What do you study?
Philosophy, there is Sastra Chakshus happening. There is the Chaitanya Upanayana, which teaches all the 64 different kind of arts. And Bhakti Shastri, Sastra Chakshus.
So, Bhakti Shastri
for
means
older boys.
which books?
Same books as there is Isha Upanishad, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Bhagavad Gita. like
So,
that.
you've done your Bhakti Shastri?
I'm on my second year now. We in Gurukul we have 3-year course. It's extended longer because we go deeper into the books, and it's separated into the normal study, then thematic study, and then the realizations that you get from it. It's separated into 3 years.
And then what's next?
And then after that there is the Darshan Chakshus, which is Bhagavatam, starting Bhagavatam.
No, what do you do in the day after that?
Um,
After your 7 o'clock, your class starts? 6:30?
Yeah, and then after that we have our Sanskrit class. Then we move on to kitchen. We start our kitchen service, cutting for lunch, preparing for breakfast, boiling the milk and stuff like that. And then 8:45 we have breakfast. Then it goes on for 1 hour. 9:45 our first big periods of class starts, which is we have math that time, English, and linguistics and other things. Then at 11:45 we move on to our noon service, which again we do our second cleaning of there's pumps. We clean the pumps. Then the few boys go and start cooking for lunch, and we clean the building again and sweep around wherever we can. There's Goshala also that we feed the cows at the noon time. Then at 12, then that includes we have 1 hour, one whole hour for washing clothes and doing all that. Washing clothes happens during that time. Then at 12:45 we have our kitchen service, washing the pots after the cooking happened. And at 1:20 we have our lunch. Then lunch and then serving, then cleaning. And by the time like 2 o'clock, 2:15, everything's done. And boys have free time for 45 minutes. Then at 3 o'clock we start our Kung Fu class and our grappling, martial arts. We learn, there's grappling, Jiu-Jitsu, and we learn Kung Fu. And after that it goes on for 1 hour till 4 o'clock. And we have after that 20 minutes to take bath. And at 4:20 our second part of philosophy class starts. And then after that we have at 5 o'clock, 5:10 actually, our mantra class starts, which we learn all the Vedic mantras, the suktas, the Upanishads, everything used for yagya. We learn all those from 5:10 till 5:45. And at 5:45 we have our Sandhyari, so 6. And 6 o'clock the day schoolers go home. And there's dinner for the ashram boys. And then by 7:30 everyone's in bed.
So you go to bed by 7:30 and you
Yes.
wake up by 2:30,
3:30.
3:30.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the special skills you learned? Like, did you learn some musical skills in Gurukul?
Yes. I've been learning flute. I've learned mridanga over the past few years. And I've started with harmonium. And Yeah, you learn archery also. Then there is a few other skills that are optional that you can learn, which are like sitar and other instruments, which are not compulsory to learn.
And don't you feel that you're missing something from the normal, like the outside world, so-called?
Actually, I feel very much at home over here, and you might not get a degree whatsoever, but in Gurukul, your character is so much formed that when you go outside, you have a very good foundation, a very good service attitude, which will take you anywhere. People outside, they like people with a good character, and it makes you successful.
So what do you see as a future in the...
I want to go and I want to help the preaching. I want to be part of something, and I've not really thought about it that far yet, but I've been planning to go out and preach whatever I can, whatever my spiritual master, whatever I'm recommended to do, I will do to my best capacity.
And in case, let's say somebody studies in the Gurukul and he wants to marry and settle down.
Yeah.
So what possibilities do you see him earning his livelihood?
Well, we have few graduates who are, all our graduates from before, they're now moved on to Grihastha life and they're earning somehow or other. We have Saki Prabhu, he's been taking care of the Mahaprasad, and he's in charge of the whole thing, and that's how he's earning. And we have Narahari Prabhu, he's earning from, different things, Spice Garden, and they all figure something out. And Krishna always provides for everybody. So in that way, when you're fully surrendered to Krishna, it's a whole different experience. And in Gurukul we are taught there's a foundation for helping in the Krishna consciousness movement. So there's not much focus put on the material aspects of earning and getting a degree and stuff like that. It's more focused on building your character, making you a proper devotee, and giving you a proper understanding of Krishna consciousness, so you can spread Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, Srila Prabhupada's movement further. And yeah.
So when are you graduating from Gurukul?
I have plans till 19, 20. Then there's a internship, 1 year internship, and then I will be going to internship for 1 year, and then come back, and I'll be graduating like 20, 21.
When you're 21 years old?
Yeah.
So right now you are 16?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have around 6 years more, or five years more.
4 more years.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, Damodar, wishing you all the best.
All right.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.